scratch the surface.
Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of BABATV, House of Consciousness. It's my absolute pleasure to be in the company of this mighty warrior right here, the Simeonite warrior. I'm gonna let you go, brother, whatever on your heart. But one thing, what did you think about my little drive through the Onondaga Res?
Yeah, to be honest with you, man, I think, you know, that little Agadana, how you pronounce it? Agadana? Agadana, however you pronounce it. Yeah, that little experiment you did with that little footage is very inspirational, because, you know, it's something for us to in tune with nature, because, you know, the so-called North American Native Indians, which the scripture prescribes them as the tribe of Gad, they always was in tune with nature. Us as spiritual people, us Israelites, we always be in tune with nature, because we take care of what God gave us on this, you know, on this planet Earth, which is dealing with the grass, the trees, the fruits, the vegetables. So the North American Native Indians always had that type of spirit to take care of the earth, because that's what the Most High wanted us to do. So when I was watching that video that you put up, and you was fast with it, Baba, man, you put those footages mad fast. So I was like, damn, that's the spirit that, yo, right away, you know, I had to get in tune with it. So, to be honest with you, man, it was, you know, I could say it was very inspirational, because like I told you before when we speak on the telephone, that, yo, I'm always in tune with nature. I like everything that has to deal with Mother Nature, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the animals, because I'm an animal lover. And that's a lot of things don't know. A lot of people don't know that about me, that I'm an animal lover. Because a lot of people don't. I noticed that when I discuss certain things about people, we're dealing with nature and things with like science and the Discovery Channel. I notice people are not too up to par with that, Baba. A lot of people don't care about the animals, because you know the so-called white man destroy the animals. They go hunting, they kill them, they killing the lions, they killing the giraffes. They killing the elephants. So it's getting to a point, man, that it's getting so demonic that the animals are not even, you know what I'm saying, therapeutic with what's going on in this world. So that's why right now we got to take things back to what you gonna call it, to square one again. Because right now, man, the animals are not even up to par with what's going on. So that's why us as spiritual people, we got to take care of the animals. We got to take care of everything around us. So that's why that video, I kind of think about that when I do my research about the North American Native Indians. But it's sad that when the so-called white man came and took over this country, man, everything went haywire, man. You know, everything, you know, the earth is destroyed, the atmosphere is polluted, the water's contaminated, the animals is dying, the fishes is dying. So, you know, that's what's going on. So those videos, we got to start doing that more often. And that's why I told you I'm going to go up to Upstate. And I got to be up there in Syracuse, because I know over there people are a little bit more conservative. The people here in New York City are not conservative, because you got to understand everything that's around us. We got too many factories. We got too many corporations. It's a corporate takeover. So they don't care about what's going on with people's health and with the earth. Everything is about money. Everything is about my company. The corporations is all about, you know what I'm saying, selling you hotcakes. So now we got to get back to square one again with dealing with how the Most High set everything in order when Adam was, you know, was granted to have dominion, when the time of Genesis, during the time when the Most High created Adam and Eve. So when I think about shit like that, I always think about the scriptures, especially when it comes to the book of Genesis, because it breaks down how everything was created when it came to the insects, the animals, the grass, the fruits, the vegetables, you name it. Everything was in its proper order. Right now, nothing is in its proper order. So I feel like it was you know, through the spirit, you know, you had to do that video to get me inspired, and to have to have more people to get inspired as well. So that's, you know, that's pretty much what I could say with that. But now I gotta take it to a level that I gotta be there and to able to discuss on it on another level while I'm there and observing it on an observational aspect. So that's the level I want to take it to, because, you know, Living in New York City, man, we don't see too much of that. You know, it's too many stores, too many vendors, you know what I'm saying, too many cars. Because you'd be surprised, that's the reason why, like, you see the whole thing, why I got myself the scooter, Baba? Because that's the thing I'll be discussing with other people when they ask me, yo, how much you brought the scooter for, blah, blah, blah. And I say, yo, you know, I brought it for this much. I tell people, yo, people gotta be environmental friendly, because right now, these politicians don't give a fuck about the earth. They only care about squeezing a dollar out of you. So right now, we gotta try to keep things in an eco-friendly environment. And that's something that these devils don't wanna see. Because these devils, you know, resonate on a low frequency. So that's why they wanna see everything, you know what I'm saying, demolished, and everything being on a low vibration. So I look at it like now that's stuff that I feel like we got to start getting in tune more on a spiritual level. That's you know, that's the best way I could describe it to my analysis, because that video pretty much, you know, inspired me to just talk about it and discuss it even more. Because we got to discuss about the environment we living in. We have to, because this is the only way we could able to survive if we don't able to, you know, do our research and see what we could do to become the better human being to able to take care of the earth that the Most High gave us, man. So that's the best thing I could say right now. If you got anything else, you know. So yeah, so another thing, you see that I'm thinking about other things, Baba, that we spoke about when we was talking on the phone. You see, as far as dealing the cost of living, that's another thing we want to talk about. I touched it before, but I'm gonna touch it again, because right now, that's another thing why things are so haywire, since we're talking about the pollution. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we gotta start thinking more agriculture. Baba, our people don't know nothing about agriculture. Our people don't even know how to fucking plant a seed, man. That's how sad it is. They don't know. So stuff like that, when I think about upstate, I think about the agriculture, because it's nothing about agriculture out here. You're forced to buy a product. You're forced to go to a store. You know, you're forced to want to, you know what I'm saying, to look at television and to persuade you to be like, oh snap, I got to get out of my house and get what I see on TV. And that's the psychological condition that we in, that we don't know how to move in our sovereign capacity. So that's why we busy living a dependent lifestyle. Our people live in a dependent lifestyle. They don't know how to move in their sovereign capacity, and they don't look at things spiritually. So that's why, you know, a lot of people put in this front like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I work, I go to school, you know what I'm saying, I pay my bills, whatever, I got an apartment. That shit don't mean shit, man. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta take things to the next level, man. Man, you gotta talk about, you know what I'm saying, buying property, land, knowing how to plant fruits, vegetables. Like, that's something that our people don't know of. So right now, that's the level I'm on. Like, ever since I've been researching a lot of stuff with the history, with the scriptures, and dealing with, you know, our dietary law, I noticed that all that gotta come in cahoots. Because if you don't put that chemistry together, believe me, you're gonna deal with discrepancies, man. If you don't put all that together when it comes to dealing with your diet, your health, your environment, you know what I'm saying, the agriculture, putting the Most High first, you know what I'm saying, looking at things in a spiritual aspect, believe me, you're gonna deal with discrepancies. So that's why I was telling you over the phone, Baba, I gotta get the fuck out of New York City, because this is an unhealthy lifestyle out here, man. It really is. So, you know, and I know our people, you know what I'm saying, have habits. Yo, I can understand, because, you know, we in the bottom of the totem pole. That's what was going on in slavery, Baba. When we was on them slave ships, them devils was giving us bad food. You know what I'm saying? We was eating bad food. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't eating properly. We was, you know what I'm saying, we was getting beaten. You know what I'm saying? We was whatchamacallit, we was getting our culture stolen, our identity stolen. So that's the reason why it's a psychological post-traumatic stress disorder that's going on, that our people, which it trickled down till now, that it kept going on like a domino effect. So now it's got to get to a point that we got to snap out of it, because a lot of people in New York City are psychologically conditioned to live a certain way. They don't understand the farmer life, the agriculture life. They don't understand trying to be in tune with nature, dealing with, you know, planting and husbandry. They don't know that, because us as Israelites, that's what the Most High taught us, and the science He taught us when it came down, when you read the book of Genesis with Adam. because he knew the signs of all that. He knew the signs of husbandry, he knew the signs of agriculture. You see that when the scripture tells you that he named all the animals. So that was the spirit that the Most High gave to him when the scripture tells you that he breathed the breath of life in him. Because that's what the breath of life is, which is first consists in the law, statutes, and commandments, and then it consists of everything else involved with the man that, you know, the science that man needed to know when it came to agriculture, when it came, you know what I'm saying, to socializing, when it came to things with dealing with, you know what I'm saying, dealing, you know, with your family, when it came to, you know, dealing with society and dealing with the people at that time. But now, it's just a whole different ball game now that we're dealing with, because you know we're dealing with this beast. We in America, so things is distorted now. So now we gotta come in proper perspective to see how we could just come in order with the laws of life that the Most High implemented for us to resonate on that frequency. Because right now, our people right now, like I told you, is in a low vibration. So that's why they're unhealthy. They're not taking care of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the factories, dealing with these companies, corporations, you name it. Everything is getting contaminated out here. So that's why I gotta get out of New York City. I got to. I gotta find a game plan to get out of here and see what's gonna work for me, for my future, my family, and to, you know, to lead the legacy down the line when the next generation comes. If Most High's will, there ever be a next generation, because we don't know if it's gonna be now or soon. But right now, all we could do is go off the fly with how things is gonna go. You understand?
Talk to the people a little bit and let them know who some of your teachers are and within the Hebrew Israelite community. Who did you learn from? Who did you learn under?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Man, to be honest with you, the first person I learned under was the brother Yeshaya. And that's when they used to have public access. Because it was really under the ISUPK that I learned from the brothers when I was just coming in the truth. And this was back in '96. But then when I really came into the classes, it was the brothers from 464, which was cats like, what's his brother's name? You had Zabak, you had Hashar, you had the brother named from HODC, there was another brother from Nathaniel that he's under IUIC, and then you had this other brother, man, that I can't remember his name. There was another brother named Karash, that he was the brother that used to draw in the school. He was good with the history. He used to break down a lot of things. But as far as learning, like on an aspect when it came to dealing with when I was watching it on public access, and I used to take the VHC cassettes and pop it in and record it. It was a lot of videos from ISUPK, which was the old elders, which was cats like Yeshaya, cats like Araya, it was cats like Tazadakya, they so, you know, quote unquote, they call him the comforter. Those cats I learned from, but there was a lot of brothers I learned from when I came to school, when it was, you know, cats like Nathaniel, Tahar. I learned a lot from Tahar. You know, I know a lot of cats don't like Tahar, but Tahar, I learned a lot, because he was one of the brothers that used to go into prophecy when we was in 464 back in those days. So, you know, there was another brother named Banyam that he teaches the Hebrew. To this day, I'm assuming he still teaches the Hebrew. I learned a lot from him when it came to dealing with the Hebrew language. But there was a lot of brothers I learned, you know. There's another brother that his brother is Chris Rock. It's two of them. One, his name is Andre, the other one name is Brian. And the Hebrew name is Akrai, and the other one's Dawada Kassad. Those brothers I learned a lot too, because they got their own school. Akrai is a brother that got his own school, and you know, they got their own congregation going on. You know, I see them here and there whenever I get the chance. But you know, I learned from a lot of those brothers too, because we was all together at one time. Since when the camp split, you know, everybody went their way. But I would say when it came to cats like Akrai, Nathaniel, cats like Yeshaya, Araya, Tazadakya, all those brothers. There was a lot of brothers. Hashar, definitely Hashar, because that was a lot of brothers that I was, you know, hands-on with. Danyala too, because Danyala, at the time, he was kind of young. He wasn't so young, but he was young at the time. But now, as we got older, brothers are still, you know, leaving the legacy go. So, you know, there's so many names I could name, man. It's not even funny. But Yeah, but you know, there was a lot of brothers I had that I was under their wing, because you know there were so many camps that split. You know, I gotta think of all the camps that's under that umbrella for me to pop up names so I could say, oh snap, I remember this brother teaching this day. There was another brother teaching another day, because we had classes from Monday to Friday. You had Sabbath service, and Sunday was like steward program, because you had the steward program, which dealt with teaching the Hebrew when it came to the military aspect of the congregation, when it came to dealing, because we also had like a boot camp in back in the days. There's still brothers that do it. Like AOC got their boot camp, ISUPK got their boot camp. I'm assuming We Got Next got their boot camp. Some congregations got their boot camp, but not all congregations got their boot camp. So the steward program consists of the boot camp, which was the military aspect of dealing with the congregation when it came to the steward program, when it came to learning the Hebrew, and then it was also dealing with the Sabbath service when it came to anointing the people and dealing with, you know what I'm saying, getting into the laws of Moses. So there was a lot of history behind that. And yo, trust me, we had a brother named Gabar. He was a karate teacher. Yo, Baba, that cat beat up 15 cops. I don't know if Shanetta knows that information. Hashar knows. They all know that information. Daniela tell you. Hashar tell you. Shar tell you. The short Benjamin, my brother. Yo, that dude beat up 15 cops in downtown one day in a camp. So that was the level we was on when it came to dealing with the military aspect of dealing with the congregation. But now, you know, since right now we in a millennium, because that was back in the 90s. Man, things was real back in the days. You know, you should know because you was out here, Baba, and cats like Sarnetta. But those times when I was going into the Israelite class in 464 back in 96, man, it was a different level. We was resonating on a different frequency. So we still all resonate on a different frequency. But that time, yo, it was a whole different aspect when it came to us going out there and teaching the word, because it was real out there. That's how real it was. That police was trying to really put us on smash with us not trying to get permits, not trying to teach, not trying to put the word out there. So, you know, but I don't know. I heard stories that he sued. He got money. I don't know if he got money out of that. I'm assuming he got money out of that because they took 15 cops. It took 15 cops to pin him down. So there's a lot of history behind that. There was another brother too, by the name of damn man, what's this guy's name? Oh man, I'm catching amnesia tonight, Bob. I can't remember all the other brothers' names, but they're on YouTube. They have a lot of YouTube channels that they putting it up on their own, and I'll be learning from them from here on out. You know, I watch their videos, but I would say most likely Shia, cats like Danya, cats like Hashar, you know, cats like Nathanya Alaga. Those brothers I learned a lot from, because those are the really like prominent figures right now in the Israelite community. So I would say them.
Now, you were saying to me a while ago, talking about the Guerilla Hebrew and how you knew him before he started coming to New York. How did your relationship start? How did you first meet him?
That's a good question, man. Yo, our situation with me and the Guerilla Hebrew was very spiritual, because I met him on the internet, in this chat room thing called Tiny Chat. Man, that's a whole nother story, Bob. I'll last forever if I explain to you what was that all about. But that was a thing that everybody used to come, get on webcam, and you know, cats used to get at each other. Niggas was cracking at each other, dissing at each other, because at one time, me and Guerilla Hebrew, we wasn't cool. I wouldn't say we wasn't cool, but we didn't know each other, so we came at each other in a way that was like cracking at each other. But then when he found out that I was an Israelite, he told me, yo, really, you know about the truth? I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I'm under the camp named GMS, Great Millstone. And I said, word, yo. The dude that runs the camp there is Tahar. That's who I learned from back in the days in 464. And he was like, oh, word? Because, you know, I'm out here in the West Coast with these brothers. You know, because at the time he was living in Seattle, Washington. But then, sooner or later, he went down to California and created his own camp after he split off with Tahar. But that whole thing with me and Guerilla Hebrew was on the internet, because we used to be in a tiny chat room. I forget, there was a lot of tiny chat rooms, because there used to be mad people going live on webcam. And then one day we realized that, oh shit, we learned the same doctrine that we coming from. And the next thing you know, me and him combined forces ever since then. But that's the way it went down between me and him, because there was a lot of cats that was coming from everywhere from the United States. You had different states, you had different countries. So there was a lot of cats that was on there. And you know, we just came, we started kicking it. You know, we was talking. We used to have the Skype program that a lot of people used to always get on Skype and talk and kick it and yap and things of that nature. So that's the way me and him clicked through the spirit, because there was a lot of, you know, a lot of commotion going on since, you know, when we was in this one big network. And then next thing you know, slowly but surely, yo, that dude became like my best friend. To this day, that's how I look at the Guerilla Hebrew. He's like my best friend, because he's always had my back. When he found out that I was in this truth, he said, yo, nah, that's it. You solidified. You super duper certified, bona fide, solidified to the 10th power. And that's the same way, likewise, I was looking at him, because I knew that there was something different about him when we started getting to know each other. And you know, Guerilla Hebrew's a smart dude. Like, don't get it twisted. Some cats be trying to, you know, underestimate him because, you know, because he got a long beard, and he got like a California swag to him, and he's tall, and you know, he's mixed. But yo, trust me, that dude is a one-of-a-kind individual when you get to know Guerilla. Yeah, exactly, because you know, a lot of people be trying to, you know, in that network we was in, Baba, niggas was trying to play each other. But then we actually set the record straight when we was in that network on Tiny Chat, when we was, you know, kicking it and starting to get to know more other people that we started, you know, clicking and combining forces with. We realized that, oh shit, there's other niggas that's thinking like us and fuck with us and respect what we about. And we ended up combining forces with them too. And you know, it's a long story, Baba, but I just know that the way me and him knew each other was through the internet, and it was all spiritual, the way how we came and clicked together. But ever since then, to this day, that's just how I see it with him. We always talk, because the other day when he came that day in the Kemet reunion, that's the first thing he said. He got on the video and he was like, yo, for all you niggas on DoFat, because there was a network called DoFat, and that was a producer. I don't know if you remember the show called Making the Band. He was one of the producers, yeah, because there was a show called Making the Band that Puff Daddy did back in the early 2000s. So he created a Tiny Chat, and everybody was on, you know, everybody wanted to get on there to try to express themselves with whatever they was bringing to the table, whether it was music, clothes, whatever, you know what I'm saying, just trying to, you know, network or whatever the case may be. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, that was the room we was in. So he came that day, and I don't know if he still, you know, talked to those people, but he came with that attitude like, yo, let them niggas from DoFat know that we here, like. And I was like, yo, go right ahead, let them know what's going on. Because there's still a lot of people we know from back in 2009, because I knew him since 2009. And look, it's 2017. And to this day, we still going strong together. We still moving strong together, because I knew that with him, that's it. I was like, I already know this nigga. I was like, Guerilla Hebrew got to be under my wing. You know, and then, you know, he did his own thing, created his camp, Shikari. You know, he's getting it popping. That dude is making noise out there. He's raising hell out there. I knew there was something special about him. And look, he's taking things to the next level. So ever since then, I said, yo, this guy's my comrade right here. So yeah, me and Guerilla Hebrew, the way we met was something spiritual, Baba. It was something spiritual that the most I said, you and me and you, I mean, me and him, y'all gonna have to get to know each other and take things and make history of the making. And to this day, that's why we and him go strong. Look, I gotta call him. I haven't even get the chance to call him. I've been so busy. I told him I was gonna hit him up. But yo, Guerilla Hebrew, that dude, man, I'd rather die for that dude. Because I know that dude is a loving brother. You know, they look at him like he's controversial, but trust me, when you get to know him, that's a loving brother, man. He's cool, and he's straight hardcore with it. And he understood that spirit I had, that I was straight hardcore with it. So that's why me and him clicked, and next thing you know, one thing led to another. So, you know, hopefully one day me and Guerilla Hebrew got to get something popping, because Tazamana day when we was in the Kemet reunion right there in the Black National Theater, he told me he wanted to start a camp here. They wanted me to help him out. I don't know, he told me he wanted me to help him out we're starting a camp here. I said, I don't mind. I could get it started for y'all if y'all want. But you know, we're gonna have to find a way to see how we can make that work, because you know how it is with me, Baba. My schedule's off. So much stuff be in my way, and I'll be caught up in the distraction. But I try my best to work with everybody to, you know, so things could come, you know, to fall in place. But other than that, you know, they already, you know, Sakari, because I got a crew that I'm trying to start, because that's more of a music crew. But if I ever start a camp, I don't really want to start a camp, because I feel like I'm a type of brother that I could just assimilate with any camp. You know, I'm not really one of those type of guys that, oh, I'm gonna start a camp. But when Guerilla Hebrew started his camp, I feel like that put the battery on people's back, because I know a lot of Israelite brothers really want to do their thing and start their own thing. But me, you know, I just got a Zila mentality. I'm on my, you know, because they started their wave with the Zakari, and that influenced me to be like, yo, I'm on my Zila mentality. Because, you know, the Zakari and the Zilas were old school splinter groups in the ancient world that they was going at it with the Roman Empire when the time when Vespasian and Titus came and besieged Jerusalem. So that ideology, that the way Guerilla Hebrew brought it into fruition, got me influenced to be like, yo, I just want to do something like that on a musical aspect. Because, you know, I like to make music, so that's how I was thinking. But ever since, other than that, I was like, yo, I already know that this was the spark right here. Because, you know, at the end of the day, Guerilla Hebrew know how to spark the fuse. And those are the type of brothers you got to resonate with when it comes to dealing on that capacity. And that's something that not too many people is built like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, if you watch the videos that Guerilla Hebrew been posting up lately, yo, it's getting crazy out there, Baba, in California. You know what I'm saying? Like how you was telling me about how it get popping in Upstate. When you was telling me about, you know, when the ISUPK was out there in Syracuse and dealing with the cats with the Moors. So, you know, it's getting to a point that it's going to take brothers like Guerilla Hebrew for things to come into perspective and everything to just come back and fall in place. And it's going to take brothers like that to make it happen. So I knew Guerilla Hebrew had it in him to take it to that level. So I know he's gonna have to put that spirit on me for me to take it to that level whenever I get the chance. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Most High's will, when I go out there and spreading the word in the streets, cause you gotta be built and you gotta be cut in a different cloth when it comes to dealing with the ministry of the Most High, man. Especially on the Yahweh Shah, because when you read the scriptures, it tells you that there was disciples that were killed and were martyrs for the doctrine of the Most High, man. So that's how real it is, Baba, that the Bible tells you that some of us is going to even get beheaded out here when it comes to dealing with teaching the word of the Most High. So that's a spirit that, yo, it's going to only take the Most High for him to bless you with that, for you to be able to go out there in these concrete jungles and tell people that the trials and errors that they in. You see, because not too many people's built like that, and that's what me and you was talking about when we was on the phone the other day. So Guerilla Hebrew, I knew that was something I said, yo, it's gonna get serious out here, believe me, and you haven't seen nothing yet. There's still more to come. This is just a walk to the park right now. We haven't even scratched the surface yet when it came to coming with, you know, preaching the word out here in the streets. It's just gonna be on another level. If Most High's will, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
All right, brother Dustin. Shout out to my brother Guerilla Hebrew. That's a powerful brother right there. My brother from another mother. Yes, sir. I want you to rock out in your language to the people the message that you have to bring. What you would have to say to them.
Man, you got me on the spot, yo.
Go ahead.
Well, man, how would I say it? Bueno, tú sabes que ahora bregando con este mundo la vaina no está fácil. Y eso son cosas que se lo digo a la gente. Pero mientras tanto, ahora que me tienen esta entrevista a mí, ahora te tengo que montarte el puré para que te lo sepas, porque estas son cosas que Dios quiere que la gente sepa cuando las cosas están mal hechas. Y por eso la Biblia dice que muchos van a morir porque no se quieren a confiar en Dios y no quieren guardar los mandamientos. Pero lo estoy explicando a Baba que ahora vamos a traer un nivel que la vaina se va a ascender, porque ahora como el mundo está, la vaina se va a poner peor. Entonces, para que tú lo sepas que ahora, mientras tanto, tenemos que traer la información que va a traerlo en un nivel que la gente lo va a entender a las buenas o a las malas. Entonces, por eso nosotros, como yo y los israelitas, vamos a tratar a enseñar la palabra de Dios para que la gente lo sepa a las malas. Porque Dios a veces le da la misericordia a la gente. Entonces, cuando la gente no lo quiere entender y no lo quiere aceptar, Dios va a tener que traer con muerte, porque el pueblo de nosotros va a tener que morir. Mucha de la gente va a tener que morir en este mundo por cabeza dura y no quieren sacar el ego que tienen ellos. Entonces, por eso nosotros tenemos que venir con un espíritu que es fuerte para que la gente entienda que esta vaina no es un juego. Porque la gente de nosotros como dominicanos y morenos y puertorriqueños están prostitutando, están vendiendo droga, no le importa a nadie, quieren pensar de su dinero y todo es que, tú me entiendes, se quieren llevarse el mundo con todo. Pero esta pura un día va a tener gente como yo y más gente que tiene el Espíritu de Dios para setear el récord bregando con esa situación, para que te lo sepa. Por eso son cosas que yo se lo digo a Baba, porque él sabe que yo soy un tigre, que yo no brego con la mierda. Entonces, por eso tenemos que traerlo en otro nivel, bregando con la ley de Dios y bregando con el Espíritu de Dios, bregando con enseñando la Biblia y dejando a la gente saber que tú no eres dominicano, tú no eres puertorriqueño y tú no eres negro, porque esos son nombres que el hombre blanco te puso a ti en esclavitud. Porque la gente de nosotros tiene una mentalidad de esclavitud, para que te lo sepa, y por eso la gente tiene un ego que no quiere oír nadie y cree que van a gobernar a uno. Pero tú no vas a venir con ese espíritu que tú vas a gobernar a uno. Porque hay tigres que tienen un espíritu que también que te puede traerte esa forma que tú me entiendes, que te puede ponerte en tu sitio cuando quieren, para que te lo sepa. Entonces ahora le estoy explicando a Baba donde en Diamond los tigres ahí no quieren saber de nada. Solamente están pensando en cuartos, vendiendo droga y quieren hacer que ellos quieren hacer. Y por eso lo estoy explicando a él, que ahora tenemos que tener gente que tiene un espíritu duro, un corazón duro, que le va a poner gente así en su sitio, para que te lo sepa. Entonces así como va a ser, para que cuando Dios viene y setea la vaina como tiene que hacer, porque la profeta de Dios tiene que venir en un espíritu con una fuerza que la gente tiene que hincarse a la buena o a la mala, para que te lo sepa. Entonces esas son cosas que me está diciendo a mí, que te lo diga a ti en español, porque ahora la gente que están tratando a levantarse en esta verdad y sabiendo las cosas que está pasando en este mundo, así tenemos que venir bregando con la escritura y bregando con la verdad y bregando con todas las maldiciones que está pasando en este país y más en este mundo, porque las cosas están mal. ¿Tú me entiendes? Las cosas están mal, la gente, tú me entiendes, está sufriendo, tienen enfermedades, están prostitutando, están en droga. Entonces ahora tenemos que atraerlo, hacerlo mejor, para ver si nosotros podemos ayudar a la gente de nosotros en una forma que es una cultura que Dios le dio a nosotros, que tenemos que tratar de operar en lo mejor posible abajo del Espíritu de Dios. Y esas son cosas que yo voy a tener que dejar a la gente saber. Cuando ese tiempo viene, tú lo vas a tener que conocer, o la buena o la mala, para que te lo sepa. I don't know what else to say, Baba. I'm just going off the fly with it. But you know, pretty much I was explaining what I said earlier. That our people as Latinos, they're going to have to learn the hard way, you know what I'm saying? Or the easy way. Because you can't have either or. If you don't want to learn it the easy way, then you're going to have to learn it the hard way. Because that's the way it was going on in the time of Noah. When Noah was teaching out there about that there was going to be a judgment and that there was going to be a flood, you know how they was looking at him? Nigga, you crazy. What the hell you talking about? Why you preaching that stuff to us? But then when that flood came and they noticed that things was about to hit the fan, they started knocking on the boat, telling Noah, please let me in. I don't want to die. And then it was too late. So now it's going to happen now when the Most High Son comes back and sets the record straight on the planet Earth. When the planet Earth gets judged through thermonuclear destruction, it's going to be too late, because we was out there teaching. We was letting you know that you had to change your ways, that you had to find, repent and try to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be too late when that time comes, because we out here and we letting you know now before shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's why right now, you know what I'm saying, this is stuff that is important and crucial for our people to understand. Because right now, the time is ticking, Baba. So now since you talked about my people in Dykeman, believe me, it's gonna get, yo, trust me, man. It's been years of drug infestation, prostitution, and a bad dysfunctional family oriented that's been going on out there. It's been so many years, so it's gonna be hard for people to break out of that because that's all they know. They look at it like it's something normal. So that's why I feel like that if we take it to the level that we gotta go to Dykeman, oh man, it's gonna be crazy, Baba, believe me. Yo, mark my words. I'm telling you now, live in effect on Baba Television. When we get to Dykeman, hell is gonna break loose, man.